What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in. This is Paul, otherwise known here on YouTube as Optibotimus, and I am coming to you from my office. Oh, I'm very dizzy now. Oh, getting dizzy. Getting dizzy. Okay. We're going to stop that right now. So, this is a little video that I wanted to do. A lot of you guys like looking at my office and things of that nature. I'm not planning on doing a collection video. I mean, you can see all my, there's my extremely messy desk right now. I'm fiddling around with a bunch of stuff. There's my Hot Toys. There's my Iron Man stuff. There's my very messy bathroom over there. There is the other wall with Transformers, my fish tank, which is dirty. I need to clean it before I tent my house for termites. But this is what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. This is my review table. So, this is my review table. People will ask many times about my review setup and things of that nature. Now, this is my director's chair, so I'm going to come here, pull this chair up and sit down. Here's my little tripod. Camera usually sits right there. Here is one light setup that I have. This is, you got 4 light bulbs in there. I can control it. I can have 2 on and 2 off, or whatever the case may be. On the other side, I have more lights. Now, this is why people will constantly ask me to change my background for things. I cannot change my background. As you can see, this table is a frosted piece of plexiglass that goes all the way up and becomes the back wall for it. Now, it's not lit up, but if I said, Echo, turn on studio lights, you can see just what happens. Now, obviously, because I'm using my iPhone to record this, there's not going to be any color correcting or exposure or anything like that. So I'm going to blind you. But there is those lights on. There are those lights on. The piece of plexiglass allows for what's called an infinite white background. What also goes on is I have another light box down here at the bottom. This is a diffuser, so it's not as bright of a light. And then you come around here to the back, and there's another one. Echo, turn off studio lights. There you go. So there you can see that. This is all a table. So let me move this light out of the way. You can see it's all connected. It's on a table system. These little bits of white paper, that's just there to kind of extend the range for me. When I'm doing larger figures, for example, like Hot Toy figures and things of that nature, where I have to be zoomed back really far, it's nice to have those. It just kind of extends the sides. So when people ask me to do a different background, I can't, because this is connected to the table. It's all a part of it. So it's going to be white. That's just the way it is. People don't like it, and most people like it. Some people don't. More people are, they don't say anything about it, but this is what I prefer. So I apologize if you don't like it. There are some people that have criticized it, and that's perfectly fine. There's other reviewers that you can watch out there that don't utilize this. I like it because it's clean. There's no background, not distortion, I shouldn't say, but there's no distractions. I guess the white just by itself can be a distraction, but one of the things that is going on is I've recently changed my editing program, so things are still being adjusted for me. It's not as crisp as I would like it to be. Well, I shouldn't say crisp, but there's a learning curve with learning how to adjust things. But when you use white, it makes color correcting a lot easier. I don't have to play with a lot of things. A lot of people use different color backgrounds. I don't like using black because if I review something, guess what? If I review something that's light colored or white or something, I know it blends in with the background. If I review something that's black and I use a black background, it's going to blend in with it. It's just the way it is. So people say, why don't you use a gray background? Again, I can't use a different background for one. Two, I don't like using gray because it's fairly difficult, at least for me, to color correct. Things tend to look greenish in it when you use gray. So I don't like using gray. I don't like using different colors. I prefer the white background. So I hope that kind of explains things. Now I know when I do a review of a chrome figure like the T800 endoskeleton that I recently posted, I know that it's going to be difficult to see that. So I do try adjusting the exposure and lowering it, but it's extremely reflective. So that is an unfortunate side effect of the background that I choose to use. When I have covered the table, I've put a blanket over it. That turned out to be a little bit problematic. It was actually when I reviewed the Iron Man table. When I reviewed that piece right there, I did use a brown cloth or a sheet to cover it, but that I had to do a lot of post correction on it because the lighting was really bad because I'm blocking several sources of light, the light behind the table and the light underneath the table. So it is what it is, guys. It's my personal preference. I've now been doing this for 10 years and I seem to have to explain this every now and then to people. Most of the time it's not bad, but there are occasional times where it will be more difficult, and I'm mindful of it, and I try adjusting the exposure, the ISO, all that kind of stuff. I try fixing that as best as possible so that at least I can see it. If I can see it, at the end of the day, these are my videos that I have to be happy with myself. So at the end, if I can see it, then I'm okay with it. If you can't, I can't constantly make videos worrying about what every single person on the planet is able to see. I do the best that I can to cover the mass or the majority, and I do my best based on what I can see myself. So I hope that explains things, guys. You guys got to see a little bit around my room. Here, I'll do a little turnaround for you. So here's a big giant pile of stuff that I've been working on, just playing with back and forth. Here's a whole bunch of Hot Toy figures. You can't really see many. There's some Marvel bad guys. What do we got? Got Red Skull, Whiplash, Mandarin, and the Mark I Ultron. Here's my Terminator shelf that you can see with the endo that I just added. My DC superhero shelf. You got Flash there in the back. There's my Guardians. RoboCop. Love RoboCop. 8209 and the Battle Damage RoboCop. Here is my Civil War display. I do tend to like having a couple different displays. This is my Team Cap display. You can see him, and then right down there, there's Ant-Man, in case anybody was wondering where Ant-Man is. There is my Team Iron Man. I am Team Iron Man. That is the Amazing Spider-Man 2 Spider-Man. Hopefully the Homecoming one comes out pretty soon. I'll add that. Come around here. There's Harley. I'm going to be doing a video on her soon. Looking up here, there's my Rock Lords. There is my amazing Factory Entertainment prop replicas of the size. My Iron Man helmet. Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the Federation Starship Enterprise. And you can see all my little Enterprises up there. There is Iron Man, first figure or Ironhide. Iron Man. Ironhide, first figure I ever reviewed. My silver play button for Optibotimus. That's me. And then there's the Goonies. And then we come around here, and this is kind of like my Tony's Workshop sort of thing. You got Pepper, you got Cap, Igor, you got Tony Stark hanging out there. There's the Hall of Armor just panning by so that you can see kind of all of it. looking good. There's Bruce Banner and Thor chilling. And then here's a whole bunch of other Iron Man figures. You got Thanos there in the back. You got Ultron. You got Doctor Strange. These are my kind of just aliens in, I guess, S.H.I.E.L.D. there. I'll come around here. This is my Avenger display, just a general Avenger display, and then I got right there, Deadpool chilling. I'm going to be replacing that here in a little bit. Batman. Down here, a couple iconic villains. That's where Harley is going to be going when I'm done doing her video. Got some more iconic characters there in the back. That's probably I'm gonna probably swap that around because Maleficent can probably go away. I like Judge Dredd. I'll probably keep that, but Maleficent should probably go away. Here's an empty shelf. That something is gonna go on here fairly soon. 1989 Batman, and then Batman Returns, Bruce Wayne right there. This is a third-party Lucius Fox, which is a really good figure. I never did a video on that, but I think that's really good. Commissioner Gordon, the Bat Signal, you saw that. Here's my 6-scale movie Turtles. Here's my 6-scale Mondo Turtles. All of them in there coming down. Here are my, well, these are the bad guys, but for some reason I have the neutrinos right there floating around in what should be their, like, hover car. I mean, that's the bad guys, it's the foot cruiser or whatever, but it was the neutrinos. So here's my vintage good guys. Come down here. Kind of my bad guys in terms of cartoon form. The NECA ones there. You got some Playmates, and then I forgot which Krang that is. There's the NECA Turtles there in the front. The Playmate ones in the back. Down here in the bottom are just kind of all the different versions of the Turtles that I have. So you have, well, the first row there are the transforming shell ones. I like those because I got the original vintage ones right there. So I have those. The next ones after that really should be that third row, but in terms of a size, it looks a little bit better with the new Nick Turtles there. And then in the back, the TMNT movie Turtles. And then these guys, these are my original. These are NECA as well. The original cartoon, or not cartoon, comic book ones. My Kevin Eastman signed little plaque right there that I got from Factory Entertainment. Come around to this side. There's just a couple prop replicas. BotCon stuff right up there. And there's these are just the big guys. Bunch of Bumblebees. Prime One Studios Optimus. Look at that Devastator in Omega Supreme. Gorgeous. Just gorgeous. There's my NECA quarter scale. Of course, you got Christopher Reeve, Superman, Batman. We're looking at more big guys. Decepticon, Metroplex. Got the DeLorean all lit up with Marty. Megatron. Then at the top there's just some random stuff, but that's mostly all my G1 stuff. Up there at the top, a lot of G1 Autobots here kind of get covered by Omega Supreme, but fun. Now just looking at the shelves, here are my Autobots. I got my fan in the way. That it's a blade. This fan, look, it doesn't hurt me. So again, just showing some figures along the way. This is probably going to be hard to see because I have a bunch of things right here that I've been rearranging some stuff and getting some stuff into storage so that so we got Autobots here, more Autobots, movie stuff, and then you come to the bottom and Darkwing Duck and Tailspin figures there. And then I put my Funko Pop Darkwing Duck figures down there. Had to take out a whole bunch of wrestling figures. More movie Autobots. Generation stuff. More Generation stuff. These are kind of like my... kind of like, not Cybertron, but like, you got Unicron, you got Primus, and then these are like my primes of sorts. So you got Vector Prime, you got like Prima, all these different ones that I kind of pretend are in. Oh, Minimus Ambus fell. My Masterpiece Fans Toys figures. Get this out of the way so you can see my Batman. Batman animated. You got my, well, there's my Magica Dispel. Again, you know who deserves a thanks for picking that up for me. Those are my Death of Superman figures. Here's my Marvel Legends. There's another empty section and a whole bunch of junk that has fallen now behind it. Movie Decepticons. I'm just kind of going through this quick now. Movie Decepticons, because this has already been going on for a while. Masterpiece Decepticons and all that. So there you go. There's my, oh, and then across the top there are some prop replicas, the Allspark, the Factory Entertainment, Men in Black stuff. You got Indiana Jones. I have the Barbasol can from Jurassic Park across the way here. Some more prop replicas. Back to the Future shoes. Those are official ones, but not Nike ones, if that makes sense. Ghostbuster prop replicas, and then you come down here and you get my little teddy bears. Yeah. So that's that. So that turned into a little bit more of a tour than I thought it was going to. I didn't think it was going to. So if you stuck around to watch the whole video, you got a surprise. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little video. The main purpose was showing you my review setup. I hope you get a little bit of an understanding and background on how my setup kind of looks. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned. I got a whole bunch more videos that are coming up. Hopefully you guys will like them. Not a lot of Transformers stuff coming out, but understand that there isn't really a lot of Transformers that are out. So your support in watching other videos of mine really helps to, when those figures do come out, I can get them very quickly, so that when they come out, they're going to be expensive because they're going to release overseas first. But your support in watching the other videos that I post really do help make it possible so that I can get those. So thanks everybody for watching. I hope you guys enjoy all the future videos. Until next time, this has been Optibotimus. I'll talk to you later. Bye.